Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Dr. Spurs, and it has been a long, long week. Oh man, I've been trying to get a high-quality replay to put onto YouTube. And when you put it down, when you break it down like that, and really condense my goal there, it seems so easy. It's like, oh, we just, record a replay with some kind of program and then post it on YouTube and it'll be fantastic. But this has been like one of the longest weeks of my life as I just try program after program. And, like, oh man, some of the programs I used were like really user-friendly and amazing, but the quality was just awful. And then other programs I were using, they were really hard to use, and I wasn't even getting any good quality out of it. And just I've gone through like so many programs, but I've finally gotten to a point where I think this will work. Hopefully you're watching this on YouTube, and it's in your fantastic quality, and it is the first YouTube video that I put up in fantastic quality. But I got a secret about what I'm running. I got it all for free. But you're not supposed to tell anybody. Because, I mean, this might not even work. So it might not have been worth it. But we are running on the 5-finger discount. But if it brings fantastic replays, there are no means that are untouchable. The ends justify the means, I guess, is the only way I can find solace in this. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into some replays in my forecasting folder here. I did take the liberty of going to the CSL website and looking at all the top tier teams, and I thought, hey, UW-Madison and Iowa State are pretty good, so maybe they've got some good games. And I actually have a buddy who goes to UW-Madison, but I digress. It looks like they took it out to a 5-game series, but I don't know which player represents which team, so I really should just figure that out. That way we can root for a team. But let's take a look. We got a PvP, we got a PvZ, another PvZ, and a PvP. That's ugly. Like, I don't like any of these choices. But let's go with PvZ here. Moosegills was the name. Let's go ahead, check this replay out. Y'all having a good weekend? Everybody around me apparently is. I live in a res hall, or a dorm, however you want to look at it. But first the introductions, then my story. We have the purple Zerg here, Moosegills. Ooh, close that. I didn't see how long that game is. Salutations, says MGComplete. He really, he's really polite with how he greets you. But I digress. Moosegills will be the pink Zerg spawning in the bottom, the 6 o'clock position, and we do have MGComplete. The purple the red Protoss who mismicros his probes, spawning in the 12 o'clock position. The map is MLG Testbug. There are 3 watchtowers, 1 here in the center that is already available, and then 3 underneath destructible debris that you can destroy the debris of and take advantage of those watchtowers either for yourself or to watch your enemy. And we are already getting into some interesting things. We have a pylon on the low ground, which usually 9 times out of 10 means Forge Fast Expand. The other time it just means bad player. But it looks like we will be seeing a Forge Fast Expand out of the Protoss player, and Moosegills might go for the very standard 14 hatch, as we see so common these days. But as for my story, everybody on my floor is like some form of a frat boy douchebag, except for Tim. Spandman lives on my floor. Him and Teddy are the only 2 that really check out, as far as I know. Haven't really met very many others, so I can't really speak too well. But they are rowdy as hell right now. They're all getting excited to go out and party, which gamers don't do. Gamers stay inside all day and all night playing video games. They don't go out and get wasted. No, that never happens. You never see that with gamers. We see 2 drones coming down here. The spawning pool was picked up at 14 instead of the hatchery, so we will be seeing fasted, like, slowlings here. We do have the hatchery going down at 16 instead, so he will be getting pool first, then the expand. which has its benefits. He was not actually blocked by this probe, which is fantastic because it's always sad to see that, like, you know, one pylon does delay the expo. We do see that he did go Nexus first here, and then he picked up his Forge, along with another pylon, but Moosegills will see this Wallen, and he will know that the Protoss player is getting this expo in a timely manner. And I wonder how he'll... I mean, there's always those two roads that any, like, Zerg goes when the opponent fast expands. Usually, sometimes the Zerg will pick up a third, like a really early third, and try to outbase him 3 bases on 2. Sometimes the Zerg will just go for, like, a 2-base kind of timing push. Because I really think it's in the Zerg's court. It's really... I think it's up to the Zerg to make the decision as for the tempo of the game when he sees this expo, because, I mean, the Zerg can decide, hey, I'm gonna go more macro heavy and pick up a third, or the Zerg can say, okay, I'm gonna try to break that front and punish you for your expo. Because the Protoss, when he does this this Forge fast expand, he's really kind of limiting his options. The Zerg kind of can rule out any kind of early pressure. He just kind of knows that the Protoss is gonna go for some funky like 2-base push, what could be as early as like 9 minutes or as late as 13, depending on the build. So the Zerg has a pretty good idea of when the Protoss is going to do whatever crazy thing he is going to do, which I'm actually excited to see. The 2-base play coming from MGComplete. We do see the Zerg is kind of spreading himself out, watching all the corners of the map, not actually taking the watchtowers. He might not have played this map before, but I'm pretty sure he has, and he knows that he can't actually break down the rocks with one Zergling without taking an enormous amount of time. The expo for Moosegills has completed, just as the expo for MGComplete has completed. And the worker count is in the Toss's favor, very heavily in the Toss's favor. He's ahead by, well, it looks like 11, but I can't count. And that is where we are at right now. We do see, there's the choice by Moosegills. He will be taking the third and going for a more macro-heavy game. When he made this decision, Moosegills has kind of committed himself to, like, I need to be able to defend that 2-base push. And in doing so, you kind of throw your game on, what is up with my game? It's actually like, you kind of throw yourself into a position of, like, all or nothing, in my opinion. Because if you do hold the 2-base timing push, you have a tremendous advantage. You're ahead a whole nother base. You have all that extra larva out of that hatchery. You're ahead so many resources, and it's just a huge advantage to be up one more base if you can completely deny their push and not actually take any damage. But if their push succeeds and you lose your third, or you lose a lot of drones, it's really hard to crawl your way back into the game. So by taking that third, I believe Moosegills is kind of signed on the dotted line that says, I will hold this 2-base timing push, or I will lose the game. And it looks like the choice has been made to go Colossus out of MGComplete. And he will be picking up 2 more gateways. There are more pylons scattered over here, but we will be seeing a 2-base Colossus push with ups, which could be very, very devastating if it goes unscouted. There is nothing worse than a surprise attack of Colossi. Oh man. I gotta tell you, giant lasers are the last thing you want to see when you're just looking for nothing. That sentence didn't make any sense. Alright, so, say you're planning a surprise party for your friends. You know, you get those streamers and you get balloons. You know, you get all the standard party shit. But when you throw a surprise party and, like, you bring a Colossus and it just has giant lasers that it's shooting at all your friends, like, that's a terrible surprise party. All of your friends are dead. And that's kind of what the Zerg will be feeling here if he doesn't see these Colossus coming. It'll be as if his friend threw him a surprise party and said, I know how much you love strippers. Male strippers. All the time. And it's just horrible for everyone involved. So hopefully Moosegills doesn't actually experience that. It looks like he did attack this pylon at one point, but this cannon did hold with 1 kill, and this sentry... Oh no! The Protoss is attacking him. But he will be busting out of his main. There is a Warp Prism that has finished, and we do see Extended Thermal Lance and a singular Colossus on the way. So it looks like MGComplete is looking to move out here, and he was scouted by Moosegills. Moosegills is actually going to go ahead and back out. It looks like when he saw the front, he kind of got scared. If you look at the army value, he has really no reason to. Oh, there's a Colossus out now. He has plenty of reason to. But at the time, I don't think he saw too much that would have made him scared. I guess he was just, he didn't want to get force fielded because there is this fantastic choke set up by MGComplete. And MGComplete will be moving out and securing his watchtower first. I don't believe Moosegills knows that there are Colossus here, because he did sack that Ling, but I don't think the Ling saw the Colossus. And Zerglings are not that great against Colossus. Neither are Roaches. In fact, I would go so far to say that neither are the answer. And this one observer is being shooed away by the Spore Crawler. So MGComplete, I think he's in a fantastic position right now. He will be moving out with 2 Colossus and extended Thermal Lance. I seem to have selected 2 Colossus. Where's the second one? Oh, there it is. Way, way back here. I just, like, my screen told me that there were 2 Colossi on the screen, but then it didn't show me any. It only showed me 1, but we will be seeing him move out here with it. This is a pretty powerful army here, with the 2 Colossus, and then the Warp Prism for like a delayed, not really a delayed push, but a push elsewhere. 2-pronged Assault. I'm actually surprised he's not on the move right now. The Zerg is still 4 workers behind, and the word is out. The jig, is it jig or gig? I don't know my phrases, but the cat's out of the bag here. These Colossus did ruin the surprise for that Zergling. So Moosegills knows the tech choice. And he kind of looks like he misclicked, only wanted to send 1 Zergling to that central watchtower, but I think if I were Moosegills, I'd be panicking here, but he is making 6 more Roaches. But he does have a 40 supply lead over the Protoss player, but will it be enough? 3 Colossus do just completely eat all of what Moosegills has. So if MGComplete can get enough stuff between the enemy and his Colossus, he'll be in a fantastic position. This third isn't doing amazing things. It is providing extra larva for Moosegills' army, and he will be sniping this proxy pylon, but here comes the assault here from MGComplete. This could be very devastating, depending on how it plays out, but actually it looks like I got all riled up for nothing, as he is still taking his sweet time marching over the map. It looks like he is setting up to take his third here. The Zergling will kill the probe before it sets down the Nexus, and he's moving his entire army to go deal with it, and he's actually just gonna not actually kill it, but this is a tense moment right here. Both players, or the Zerg player is max capped, and the longer he stays max capped, the worse. So here comes the assault from the Zerglings. They're going to try to get some kind of a pinch move here, but the Colossus are just kind of laying waste to everything way back there. The Zealots have arrived, but this is a huge number of Roaches, but most of them can't even fire because of the great force field placement by MGComplete. This War Prism not actually doing very much, and the Roaches are trying to fight their way in, but the upgrades, oh my goodness, if we take a look at the upgrades, it is a huge difference. The Protoss player has 2 attack upgrades to the Zerg's 0-0. So he was destined to lose that fight from the beginning, even losing a bunch of Roaches to try to snipe a singular Stalker, and he's just getting completely torn up here. There are 5 Colossus. That is a huge number of Colossus. Like, 2 is bad, but 5 is just awful. And they're, like, look at this! Look at that fire! Like, they're totally destroying everything, and there's the GG. It was a fairly quick game by MGComplete and Moosegills. The Colossus attack really just ripped everything up, man. It was kind of hard to watch. Like those commercials you see. You know, you're watching TV, and you're watching something on Comedy Central, and it's funny, it's really making you laugh, and then the commercial comes on about, like, those dogs in the dog shelter, and it's, like, all these close-up pictures of, like, really sad-looking dogs, and it's like, please donate to the shelter, and it's like, man... You know, I was having a great time until that commercial showed up. Wow. I feel like Moosegills was kind of in that boat. Just kind of ruined his groove when he saw all those Colossi. Just totally devastating. But that is that for this game. Hopefully everything worked well, and everything worked properly, and I got the video to join, and then I got it to upload correctly, and it worked successfully, and then I can sleep at night, because I have been losing so much sleep trying to get these programs figured out and trying to get it to work. But I'm going to cast this game, and on good faith, I'm going to cast another game, and hopefully I can submit both of them. I'm setting my goal here for one of the two works out, and I get one of these two replays up. But worst case scenario, neither gets up, and I lose about 3 hours of sleep tonight. But that is that for this game. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more games. Hopefully they are more interesting and a little more back and forth than this one. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. But that is that for this game. See ya. What button?